In this free series of the English course where you learn English A to Z, in this lesson we're now going to cover adjectives and adverbs. And these things are very important for the English language. They help you explain sentences in a lot of detail and description. So you're going to love this lesson. Now we have already understood what nouns and verbs are. If you see the sentence, the bird is flying in the sky, the bird is the noun, the sky is the noun, and flying is the action, which means it's the verb. So this sentence has a noun, verb, and noun. If you don't know why it's noun, verb, and noun, check out our previous lessons on nouns and verbs. They detail everything with examples. So once we are at this stage where we have a sentence that has noun, verb, and noun, we want to now add more detail. How do we do that? Well, we use something called adjectives. Here is an example. The bird is flying in the sky. That's again our sentence. Now let's add these pink words that you see on the screen. The blue bird is flying high in the sky. Now here, blue is an adjective. High is an adjective. Why? These words define the quality of the noun. For example, what type of bird is it? It is a blue bird. So that's the quality. And when we talk about how it's flying, well, it's flying high. It could fly high, it could fly low. And that is the quality of how it is flying. Anything that is a quality will be called an adjective. Can you think of more adjectives, guys? Think of qualities, all right? Let's see another example here. So if we have the sentence, I fed my dog a bowl of rice and beef. First of all, do you see any adjectives here? You can pause the video, try to come up with an answer. If not, let's go down right here and check it out. In this sentence, can you spot some adjectives? Well, yes. I fed my fluffy golden dog a bowl of delicious rice and beef. Now, in this sentence, we have the words fluffy and golden, and both of them describe the type of dog that we're talking about. So when we're talking about the dog's quality, it could be one or two adjectives, as you have seen here. And similarly, when we look at the word delicious, yummy, right? That describes the type of rice and beef we have. So delicious here is an adjective, and that defines, again, the quality of the rice and beef. Again, anytime you have the quality being defined, that is called an adjective. Challenge for you, write down a sentence in the comment section and write it with adjectives. Then also put in brackets what are the adjectives in that sentence, and I'll tell you if you have done that correctly or incorrectly. Challenge yourself to do that. Here are some more examples. Bored, beautiful, sensible, tired, overwhelmed, dangerous, round, silly, pink, fluffy, smooth, slimy. And there are tons more examples. These are qualities, and qualities are adjectives. Simple and easy to remember. Now, let's look at adverbs. This is our next lesson. Okay, now we're moving from adjectives to adverbs. When we talk about adverbs, these words have "ly" in them. You see, quickly and carefully. So what does that really mean? Well, let's look at a simple sentence first. Let's look at this sentence. The golden dog ran down the street. Okay, simple sentence. But I want to tell you how the golden dog ran down the street. So I'm going to add some words for you. I'm going to say the golden dog ran quickly but carefully down the street. So now I'm telling you how the action is being done. He was running but quickly, and then also carefully. These are the two ways he was performing the action of running. Now, what is running, or ran in the past tense? That is a verb. Remember, verbs are actions. So when we define how that verb is being done, it's quickly and carefully, we call them adverbs because now they add to the verb. They add the quality to the verb, so you understand better how the action is being done. So if I'm cooking, cooking is the verb, right? Now I'm cooking carefully. Carefully defines the verb. So carefully will be an adverb. Can you pause the video and think of more adverbs apart from quickly and carefully? Try that. All right. Now, if you are ready, let's move on to the next part where we talk about more adverbs. And this is dependent on the conditions that you're using them in. For example, if we talk about how a verb is done, which again means how an action is done, it could be done happily, quietly, slowly, precisely, or accurately. And there are a lot more ways you can explain them, but these are some examples here. Or when we talk about when a verb is done, like past or present or future, you can use words like today, early, soon, forever. These are also considered adverbs. And so are the ones below. You will see a lot of them don't really use li, but they're considered adverbs because they define how the action is being done at what time. Now, where a verb is done, it could be here, nowhere, somewhere, anywhere. They are also adverbs. When you talk about the frequency, which means the number of times something is being done, then you talk about how often it is done. Sometimes it is done frequently or it's done never. An example here, guys, is I study sometimes. Now, study is the verb, and how many times do I study? Sometimes. So that defines my verb. Make sense? Let's talk about the degree, like up to what extent. Is it too much, too little? So here you can use adverbs like extremely, incredibly, deeply, very. Let's do some examples. He was working extremely hard. So how he was working? Extremely hard. Now, that extremely defines the type of work he was doing, and that's why it's adding to the verb. It's called an adverb. That's why. Let's talk about incredibly. He was working incredibly, but let me give you another example apart from working. He was singing incredibly. Okay, so the action is singing, the verb is also singing, and when I put the li in it, incredibly, that shows me how the verb singing was being done. It was done incredibly. So again, that adds to the verb, it adds to more definition to the verb. That's why it's called an adverb. All right? These are some great examples to start off. And once again, if you want free feedback, just comment down below with your own sentences using adverbs, and I'll tell you if you have done a good job or if you have mistakes. So the best way to learn on this channel, guys, is to comment and get feedback from me. Again, it's completely free and I will respond to every comment. Did you understand the difference between adverbs and adjectives? If not, comment down below, why not? And remember, a summary is adverbs add to the verbs, to the actions, while the adjectives that we looked at earlier are not really adding to the verbs, but they are the overall qualities of certain things. People, animals, qualities of anything are adjectives. That's it for today's lesson. The next lesson is very, very crucial, so please do subscribe, like, and share for this free series of the English course.